You know, one of my favorite stories at Edwards Center is a young woman who transitioned. She was in her 40s. She lived at home with her family her whole life. And when she first came to Edwards Center, she talked a lot about wanting to go home on the weekends. And after a couple of months, this transition started to happen. And pretty soon she was wanting to come home a little earlier. And then the best thing ever happened. She sat up at the kitchen table, she looked over at her mom, and she said, "I'm ready to go back home now." And home had stopped being mom and dad's and started being Edwards Center.
Should we take him home with us?
The Edwards Center began in 1969. I came back from Scandinavia having seen a new concept emerging called normalization. And normalization sought to guarantee the same quality of life for people with disabilities as people without disabilities experience.
We started in a little house on TV Highway as an alternative to school placement because in those days there was no public education for adults with disabilities. Today we provide residential services, employment services, and day services for over 300 Oregonians.
I'm very proud of the fact that Edwards Center changes people's lives every day. We solve problems.
One of our recent success stories came as a result of the community center. Through our partnership with Meals on Wheels, we offer a work experience program for adults with disabilities who want to experience what it's like to work in a commercial kitchen. And one of our star employees, Rebecca, did so well in the kitchen that she ended up hired by one of our local providers, and now she's working part-time in a pizza place down in Beaverton.
It's a new experience. I come back here to work because I like working here. I like the people.
We've been the first for a lot of things, and I'm particularly proud that now with our new housing project that once again we're taking the lead with a new idea that nobody has done before. We have a wonderful continuum of residential options at this time: apartments, group homes, living with family.
Edwards Enterprises is our production plant in Bethany where we provide paid work opportunity for people who might need a little more support than you would find in a community job placement.
I work in jobs I work.
It's really special to see people take so much pride in the work that they do. You know, one of the biggest barriers that we encounter integrating people in the community, whether that's in a job or a social or a recreation opportunity, is the fear that people in the community have about interacting and working with adults with disabilities. So imagine what it's like for them to have a place where they can come, where people are happy to welcome them as well.
Some of the strengths of our folks are, patience, a willingness to try and to work hard. They want to be like their non-disabled peers. They want to be happy, and they bring a lot of happiness around Edwards Center with their humor, their tenacity, and their joy of life.